Now, you've made no secret of the fact that you felt that you performed better as the underdog. Was that kind of part of the thought process in taking the Haye fight? Did you think it would G you up in that regard? I mean, was that your thinking behind it? Because you were a huge underdog in that fight, regardless of Haye's.
Both of them.
Yeah.
In both of them, I say, the funny thing is, when you look back, everybody always goes, oh, David Haye's an old man, or David Haye was shot to bits. David Haye just blasted 2 ranked heavyweights and smoked a pair of them in a couple of rounds each. Mark Amori and Giraj, I think the other one's name was. And everyone was saying how good he looked, how fresh he looked, how quick he was, and how powerful he was. But then, because he gets up against me, all of a sudden he shot to bits and he's finished. But I don't know, it is what it is, you lead me to it. I knew 100% I was going to beat David Haye. I told everyone who would listen to the press conference, the final press conference before we fought, and we seen the first one when he punched me. And the only reason he punched me is because he genuinely believed I was fighting him for the money. He didn't think I believed I could beat him. He genuinely thought if he thought I was taking it for the money, and if he could, when he got this close to me up here, and I said to him, I'm going to smash your fucking face in. And he punched me because when he looked in the eyes, he knew I meant it. He knew. The eyes can never lie. When you look in someone's eyes and they tell you something, you know when they believe it themselves. And he's seen that I believed it. And at that moment then, he thought to himself, you cheeky bastard. How dare you think you can beat me? I am David fucking Haye. You are this fat fucking multi-scouser. You are nothing. And that's what really got to him. The thought that I think that I can really beat him. And as I say, that mentally done him. It put him on a whole new level. So I knew I was going to beat him. You've got to understand, I've got no problem in saying David Haye's a better fighter than me. He'll go down as a better fighter than me. What he's won this undisputed cruiserweight champion, unified champion, a former heavyweight champion of the world. He's had a fantastic career, but styles make fights. And I knew that he was always the perfect style for me. Big, dangerous punchers like him who have small gas tanks are my absolute dream opponents. It's the ones that are big punchers and never get tired. They're my fucking worst nightmare. But he gets tired literally by the round. And you see the gas come out of him literally. Just watch back in the first fight. How explosive he starts, how ferocious he's trying to take my head off with every single punch. Because, as he said before the first fight, his words were in my press conference, all the way through the fight, and believe me, if you'd seen the contract I had to sign for that first fight, you'd have thought I was fighting fucking Tina Turner. The things that he fucking made me want to do. I should be seated at press conferences. I should not speak when David is speaking. I will be in the ring first and wait for the great David Haye. I should be this, I should that. I said, can I pick my own shorts? Can I pick my own clothes? Yeah, fuck it, just sign the contract. All I did said, don't think I can get you more money. I said, is there a rematch clause? He said, no, there's not. I said, well, trust me, I'll get him on the rematch. Eddie laughed because Eddie didn't think I was going to win. Fair play to him, he took less money because he thought I was going to lose. He didn't fucking for the rematch like what he did for the first fight. So, I knew, as I say, going into that first fight, I was going to beat him. And as long as he didn't have a rematch clause, I knew I would pull his pants down the way he pulled mine down for the first fight going into the rematch. Yeah, I just knew I would beat him. It just is what it is. And people will say, he was on one leg or whatever have you. Just watch the first 5 rounds back. He's on 2 legs. His legs are perfectly fine. And he cannot get rid of me the way he said he would do. His final words in the press conference was, and I'd been cutting into it when he was talking. I was interrupting him all the time. I was winding him up. I would say silly things like, David, why have you got a hairband on? And it would just infuriate him. It would really annoy him. On the day of the final press conference, I was doing my talking because David talks second after me. He gets the last word. And as I was talking, David cut up and he said, Tony, you just don't understand, do you, Tony? You have no say in this fight. He said, you have no chance. He said, I will end this fight whenever I want. He said, you are not quicker than me, you are not stronger than me, you cannot do anything. I said, okay, David, fine. I said, but just remember this. I said, when I make you quit, I said, in this fight, I said, don't worry, I'll give you the rematch. I'm just letting you know that now. And the whole room burst out fucking laughing at me. Even my own promoter next to me was fucking laughing at me because I said to him, when I beat you or when you quit, because I thought he was going to quit. But he didn't. He showed unbelievable amounts of bravery and he stuck it out. But I said to him, I'll give you the rematch. They all laughed. And I was like, okay, we'll see. And once again, my back was against the wall. I fucking furious. I wanted to prove everyone wrong. The only people who believed I was going to win that night was a couple of people in my corner and the people inside my own house. And the people inside my own house had sent to Dubai because of the crazy shit he was saying in the media about putting me in a coma and the kids visiting me in hospital. So I was on my own. I was literally on my own. Went to bed before that hotel. I went to I used to always stay in Canary, the Riverside Plaza on Canary Wharf. That was the whole place where I'd stay where I was fighting. I loved that hotel. It's just been brilliant for me. And I loved fighting at the O2. My favourite indoor arena in the whole country, the O2 is. And I remember going to bed that night thinking, I'm going to fucking beat this twat. I'm going to show everyone wrong. Gets in the ring. I felt so calm and relaxed. I wasn't nervous, I wasn't phased, I'd been through it all. I'd been in career defining fights, I'd had my back against the wall, being able to go to some park, it was the immense pressure that you can ever imagine. I'd done it. I just stood there dancing. I love his music, I've always loved it, most of us now. I just thought it was a jig and bob. This was the music that was played in my house by my mother, when I was a kid, and I just jig and bob and just danced, and I was so calm, so relaxed. When he got in the ring, I just seen him for what he was. I knew exactly what he was coming to take me head off. He was literally frothing at the mouth. He wanted to kill. He wanted to take my head off. From my point of view, it was mission complete. I'd beat him before the fight even started because he just wanted to take me head clean off my shoulders. I remember laughing and just thinking, come on, let's do it. He's come out swinging. The fucking wind, I could hear the punches coming past me every time. Just kept making him miss, kept countering them. In round 2, I dug him downstairs to the body twice with 2 straight right hands, right on his rib cage, right here on the rib. Jab, smack, heavy straight right hand on his rib. 20 seconds later, jab, boom, massive right hand again on his ribs. And I just seen it take the wind out of him. And he steps back, and I just think, now I'm not a fucking pudding. He judged me. Well, the worst thing they done, he sparred me 15 years ago and had just become a big champion, and he had life and death with me, and I just won the ABAs. He was supposed to be fighting Mark Hobson. I knew he sparred me and David Price that day. David Price rocked the shit out of him, made him stumble up. I jumped in a minute later, and he took a knee. He said that he took a knee because it was his hamstring. Don't get me wrong, he pulled out the next day of the Mark Hobson fight with a torn hamstring or whatever it was, but he took a knee. I put him down that day. I knew the minute that spar finished, and I said to David Price, did you ever speak to David Price asking me to tell you? I told him I'm going to fight him one day. Price was like, you've just won the new title. He's been a former fucking amateur silver medalist, world silver amateur medalist. He's the fucking bee's knees. He's going to be a multiple weight world champion. Everyone was raving on there. I said, trust me, I'm going to fight him one day. The target was always on him at the end of the game. So as I say, first round comes out, he's swinging like crazy, just make him miss, and nails me the second round to the body a few times. At the end of the 5th round, just watch what happens. Don't get me wrong, I had him winning 3-2 rounds purely because of the wild shots he was throwing. He was putting pressure on through the fight after 5 rounds. But at the end of the 5th round, I stood in the middle of the ring and I says to him, you are blowing out your fucking ass. You are finished now. And then the 6th round happened and his fucking Achilles pops on him. And I was just like, of all the fucking times I need you to just stand up and get ready to get knocked out, it's now, and you're fucking popping Achilles on me. When his Achilles went, I then just boxed dreadfully. I think that's probably the worst display of my career from round 6 to round 11 of my whole career. I was that reckless. I then completely lost everything technically. I then just wanted to hurt him. I wanted to take his head off. I wanted to make him pay for all the things he said to me about my family, about me, about everything. The fight then, in that 6th round, everything had gone, and the fight then got personal. And that's when I just wanted to punch him all over the place. I lost all my technique and everything. Poor boxing display. But I ended up catching up with him in the 11th round, nailing him with a right hand and left hook on the top of the head. And the best place to hit David was always on the top of the head near the temple. And I got rid of him, pushed him through the rope, hit him with the left hook. He goes to the ropes, fights over, Shane Blue jumps in and stops him. The only reason I showed compassion is because I'd really beat him up then for 5 rounds, and he showed immense amounts of bravery. He could have stopped at the end of that 6th round. Everyone would have got fair play, and he's just snapped his Achilles. And no one would have said, I would have got the rematch, and it would have been on my terms or whatever have you. But he didn't. He stayed in there and took his lumps like a proper fighter that he is, and he's a brilliant fighter. But in the rematch, I had so much going on. The fight was set for the December after the March. He gets over his injury, he gets his Achilles put all back together, he gets that injury. My brother passed away in August. The worst thing that ever happened in my whole entire life, still is. And that just finished us, mate, as a family. If that fight would have took place in December, I was trained, I was in camp. Once again, I was a selfish prick. And I took myself away from my family while they were in mourning and in a horrible place, and I was in the worst place in my whole life. And me, like a selfish bastard, took myself off to camp to get away from it and chose to fight David Haye in a rematch because I said I gave me word that I'd do it. I got a call 2 weeks before the fight. David had torn his shoulder or something like that. Bicep. And the fight was off, and I just got like a really sick. I remember doing. I've never drove a car as fast trying to get home. I was furious. I wanted to kill him. I thought took myself away from my family for 10 weeks, and the prick had just pulled out on me. Big fight. He phoned, got in touch with the tongue, and I'm so sorry. And I said, "Go and fuck off." Put the phone down on him. Because we all think it's fake, the rivalry between us. It's not. I wanted to beat the fucking shit out of him. I couldn't stand him while I was fighting. There was no contact ever between us while the fights were going on in camps. The first contact, the last contact I had before the first fight, the night before I signed the contract, I said to him, I sent him a text message, and it was a dead long-winded text message, to be honest, because I'm pretty like that, I'm pretty thorough. And my final words on the text message, listen to me, I said, we'll shake hands after the fight, but I'll fucking die before I'll quit in that ring. And he didn't even respond, but he just sent me a fist back. I thought, you cheeky prick. And then that was the last contact I would need to in the ring after the first fight. And the reason I embraced him after the first fight was because I felt like David always had a lot of backslappers with him. People who didn't really care for him, or people who didn't really like him, or they were just there to collect the wages off him. And that's why I went over and picked him up off the floor and carried him back to his corner. That's me soft side. I shouldn't have done it, because let me tell you, if he'd have rendered me unconscious, do you think David would have carried me back to my corner? He would have sat there laughing at me, and so would the whole world of the life. So if David would have hit me with that right hand that he was ever so looking for, he would have just laughed at me on the floor and said, I told you also, he's crap, he's this. And the media would have just laughed at me as well. I would have been a laughing stock, but silly old me, once again, the soft side of me, I went and picked him up to the floor, and I showed compassion. And that's just me all over, mate. That's just the way I am. I'm a pretty honest person, straight up, and I say what I think. I shouldn't say what I think sometimes, get me in trouble. But I do, I just speak my mind. And that was one of the instances where I chose compassion over celebrating with me fucking mate in idea. I should have celebrated instead of pushing away in that moment. That'll stick with us forever. I shoved him away, and I'm compassionate and showing compassion. I've just punched all over the place in the head, because I did it in that night. I really did knock fuck out of him. Don't get me wrong, I had a headache for 4 days after that first fight. I've never been hit so much on the back of the head in all my life. David Haye's greatest punch is the right hand to the back of the head. It fucking hurts like fuck. And then, as I said, the disaster after the first fight, I go away, I'm in camp, the thing happens. I nearly arranged a fight with Tyson Fury for at the end, so he put the plans to bed and said he can't go into business with him. So that fucks up, and then I wait for the rematch with David Haye. 14 months later, we finally do it. May the 5th, go to Arena, my favourite place, and we have the rematch, mate. And this time I go in, I put everything blank out in my mind, all the shit that's gone on. I mean, we lose me brother and stuff like that, it's gone. I forget about it. For 36 minutes, well, I planned 36 minutes, but it doesn't go that fucking long. It was probably one of the best displays, if not the best display of my career. I think the way I performed, I was just so razor sharp. It was mad, because I was going through so much turmoil in my life, and I was in so much pain emotionally, that I was able to switch off and just be so clinical on the night. Like, I didn't make a single mistake that night. I showed them no compassion, I showed them no mercy. I just fucking went in there, made like just so focused and so determined, and I didn't make one mistake. I seen all the mistakes. I watched me fight back. I used to watch it on the iPad most nights, and I watched all the mistakes I'd made, and I seen them all, and I just went in there and exposed them. And I say, people will say, oh, he's an old man, he shot a bit. didn't look shot in that fucking warm-up. He didn't look shot, or he didn't look shot in that media workout when all his muscles were out and he was just with sweat. Not shot about him then, but all of a sudden, because I've beaten him up, knocked him out 5 rounds, he's shot. The fact of the matter is, made styles, make fights. And I'm a fighter who could make him miss. David Haye never fought one fight in his career who could make him miss, besides me. And that one fighter who could make him miss gave him absolute fucking nightmares. And as I said, he was never, ever going to beat someone like me. Don't get me wrong. There's fighters who he's beat who I'd had a fucking nightmare with, like Fragamini would have caused me murderous problems. He'd have been an absolute nightmare for me. I think I could beat him, but I'd have to go through hell and back. I don't think I'd have beat John Mark Mormack. I just think he'd have been the wrong style for me because he wouldn't have stopped coming and he was ferocious puncher himself. So, but David Haye was made for me. As I say, someone who loads up with every shot, someone who, when you make them miss, you see them physically tire in front of your eyes. In the rematch, I didn't even need him to tire. I just waited for his mistakes, and every mistake he made, I punished him, and I started hitting him to the body from the minute the fight started. So I just knew all the mistakes, and that was the one that made it so right for me.
You mentioned the fact that people kind of would say after the fight, "Oh, Haye was shot. You beat an old man. You beat an injured man." Do you firmly believe in your heart of hearts that you beat the 2010 version of David Haye?
Every single time, just purely on styles. Every single time. It's just one of them things. Styles make fights. Don't get me wrong. I'm sure if we fight 10 times, he probably catches me twice out of 10 times with that fucking right hand. But I'll tell you something, Tyler. He needs to deal with me. He ain't getting me, and he's gonna tire. And I was always a fighter who never tired in fights. Don't get me wrong. I did in the last fight in my career, which is evident. That's why it was the last fight in my fucking career. But throughout my whole career as a cruiserweight, I was unbeaten as a cruiserweight. I got stronger as fights went on. I was saying to Alexander Usyk, I was brilliant as a cruiserweight. I felt so strong, and I never tired. You know, I'd fought rugged, hard, fast men before. I'd fought big puncher like Alonso McCarthy. Look what he's gone on to do since he had retired. He's gone on to become a world champion himself, and he's defeating top level fighters now. I'd been in wars. You know, I'd overcome heavy, big, strong guys. So it wasn't an issue. David just, as I say, styles make fights. I'd say there's fighters in David's career who would have fucking tanked me who David beat. But then there's fighters who, you know, I was so used to is when you're used to fighting light heavyweights like Isaac Chilemba, who, by the way, is probably the fastest fighter I ever fought, the quickest guy. David Haye's speed wasn't a problem for me. David Haye's greatest asset was he was so much faster than everybody else, and he was so much more powerful. Yes, he's so much more powerful than me, but I'd fought men much quicker than him. So when his speed comes to the forefront, he wasn't that quick. And as I said, people can't say, "Oh, he was at the end of his career, he was shot a bit." No one said he was shot a bit before the first fight. Everyone was going on about how he was going to tank me and how he was going to blast me. You wouldn't say that about a shot fighter. And then you wouldn't say that in a rematch because he was huge favourite at the end of the rematch. It's just that everyone said, "Oh, there's Achilles, now David taking him seriously," because they all watched the clips of him on a fucking yacht having his protein shake out of a cocktail glass. It's all for show. David trains very, very hard. Old man like Najee told me he's seen him in the Miami 5th Street gym and he was fucking giving hide out in that gym. So world-class fighters. Brian Jennings had been around. I'm sure he can, you know, open up and let you know David Haye was in great shape when he fought me both times. You only have to look at him when he gets on the scales to know he's in great shape. So I don't buy into the one he's at the end of his career, shot a bit or whatever. You know, yes, he did have the injury that played a massive part in the first fight, but as I've touched on before, it's pretty clear to see that the fight was only going to go one way. Once I can do what I'm going to do, and he's only going to get tired as the fight goes on, which I don't. So it is what it is, pal. But I'm always going to get that foot off people in my career. Oh, you know, you only beat a man on one leg and this and that. Well, that's sound, no problem at all.